Good morning, everyone. Welcome. It's Monday. We're going to be doing some character commission work, continuing this piece. I debated doing this or just playing Magic the Gathering. Because I really just kind of want to play Magic the Gathering, but we got to get this commission done. This commission's been a fun one to work on anyway, so it's not like it's too much of a torture. So we're just going to kind of dive in, get started. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to ask away. I'd be happy to answer them as best as I can. Yeah, trying to just like wrap this up. Whoop. Before the old holiday break here. Just taking, probably working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then probably, taking Thursday, Friday off. I mean, I'll probably have orders to do in the shop. It's usually a very busy day, shop-wise. So I don't usually do commissions and stuff those days either, but yeah, so I guess we'll still technically be working. But probably not working on commissions and stuff. I might do some work on Rune Rally if I get some free time, just because I've been working on the splash art that I kind of want to use in the rule booklets and stuff, and I've been having fun with those. Those have been kind of more just like in my free time. But yeah, I really want to get these commissions done. I don't like to keep people waiting for too long, and these commissions have been taking a little longer than I want them to. Just because, like, I feel like always around this time, it's like everyone in the family gets sick all the time, and you just kind of end up having to, like, make things, and things just end up taking longer, Just end up getting delayed a lot more. But we're all doing well now. Everyone's just kind of get that, like, that gunk, It's like seasonal change. At least around here, there's so much moisture. And, like, you kind of just get like congestion and you just kind of feel kind of icky. We kind of get that right now. Everyone's just kind of, we came off of some sort of whatever virus is kind of going around, typical bug stuff, and now we're just kind of dealing with the natural crap that comes with the season. I get bummed out at like my work, like how my work process, because I feel like I was always this kind of go very slow, take my time, and then like right before I feel like there's a deadline, I crunch and I just like get like a million things done. I like hyper focus and get a million things done. I hate that. Like I just like I don't know. I wish I wasn't like that all the time. Especially nowadays where like everyone craves efficiency, right? And everyone craves, being fast. It kind of sucks to like feel like you have to be faster, more efficient. I wish that wasn't the case. I wish you could slow down. Clients I've had have been very great and very gracious and kind about that. But I just personally feel bad. It was a bad combination to to like have such a long history of like working retail, where like people demand things and like demand weird things of you that are clearly like out of your power because you're just kind of like a grunt, but they think that you have all this power. And now applying that to a freelancer world, it's hard. Kind of sucks. But yeah, no, everyone's been super cool, and I gotta remind myself of that not everyone expects that of you. I don't want his pants to be that thick. I'm gonna do more skinny. This commission's been kind of fun because I just kind of get to play with light. I'm just kind of messing around with the mood here. I'm not thinking I'll finish today, just because I'm working on too many things at once. I am hoping that I can finish this commission by Wednesday. Get the print ordered for them. I have another commission that I'm working on. It's a little bigger of a piece, and they've been super patient too, because it's been a while for me to get even after it. But I'm hoping to dive into that this week as well. Make some substantial headway on there just to give a progress update on it, and then finish it next week. Because I have some commissions in December that I also need to dive in on. Yeah, sorry, I tried to check my schedule. I was like, I couldn't remember if one of the things I had to do is for later in December or early December, and I was like, ooh. Had to just make sure. It also stinks like being a freelancer and like not really like having employees. So like when you're sick, the whole thing shuts down, you know? Kind of slows everything down. I've thought about, hiring. I mean, I don't make enough to hire somebody full-time, unfortunately, which I would love to do. I would love like a full-time person to like handle the shop kind of thing. But unfortunately, I can't do that. So I thought about like, hiring like a part-time person just to kind of do like, stuff on the, like, just for people that are looking for stuff to do on the side. But I don't know. It's hard to justify it. I don't think I can pull the trigger on that. So yeah, I'm really trying to keep my warms like close. Like I'm trying to keep like the candlelight is like, I'm trying to keep the circle of the candlelight very small. Not super small, because you want some sort of warmth, you know. But yeah, I'm trying to keep like, you can kind of see the difference between like the legs on his lap is like the legs of the character down below. There's still like so much cool hue in one leg that's underneath the other one that's more close to the candlelight. Yeah, I want to try to keep, I kind of like that, so I'm trying to keep that difference. So I've been gradually shifting away from Twitter for social media and stuff, and I've shifted over to like Blue Sky primarily for like my main posting and stuff. Aside from Patreon gets like all like my more detailed, in-depth kind of stuff. So if people ever want to see that, you can follow that for free. The link is down below in my overlay. But yeah, I really enjoy it over there, at least for now. New follow. XP, thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. But yeah, so I've been thinking about what to do with Twitter, because I still have a decent following on there, but I kind of want to delete it. And I think I might just kind of like use it as like a reposting tool. Like, I'm not going to really share much art on there, just because I don't really see the point. And yeah, so I think I might just share like, if I have like a stream happening or something like that, which is going to kill my engagement, but I don't really care, I guess. But if there are people that are interested in knowing what's going on, at least I can still update them that are on there that won't go over to like Blue Sky or follow me on Patreon. I implore people to follow me on either of those though, because that's kind of where I'll be posting most of my stuff. And Twitter's gonna just kind of turn into a place where I share some secondhand sharing. If I have something to promote, that's kind of it. Like if Rune Rally comes out, I'll use it to promote the Kickstarter and stuff for Rune Rally and all that. So I think that's kind of what I'm going to do instead of outright deleting it. And I might share like in terms of sharing images, I might share client work that I'm allowed to share. I don't know, or crops of stuff. I don't really know yet. I keep wanting to use glaze and stuff, but it's still just so clunky. It's really hard to like kind of justify sitting there for however long, half hour. I guess you could have it going in the background while you're doing other stuff, but I'd rather just not post. Like, is that weird? I'd rather just not post anything. I just don't care enough. Like I just don't care enough about posting on social media, especially on Twitter. Like, it's just made me so angry trying to play this game. And I'm kind of curious to see what happens when I just don't, you know? Like, I don't know how long, you know, Blue Sky will be what it is. I hope it is like this for forever. But you know how tech goes. It's like they're just waiting for somebody to invest and spend a lot of money on it, and then turn it into whatever bullshit they want to turn it into. It's kind of how this all goes. Burt Backa, welcome to the stream. And thank you so much. Yeah, no worries about it, man. Don't worry. Yeah, I bet training's super... Air traffic control, right? I bet that's intense. Yeah, dude, yeah. Do whatever you need to. Yeah, no sweat. I haven't been streaming too much either. I had the last stream, I streamed for a little bit, and then like I wasn't feeling well that day, so then I ended up just getting sick, and then everybody in the family got sick, and just kind of made everything take forever to get back into the swing of things. I think it's been like, I think I streamed once last week or the week before. Yeah, last week I streamed once. I was gonna stream again, and I didn't. But yeah, welcome to the stream today, man. I hope you're doing well. I know you just said training's intense, but hopefully it's not too bad. I mean, it's not nearly as intense as training to make art. I'm just kidding. It's a shit show. My training to make art was a joke. It's a lot of memorization, otherwise pretty fun. Yeah, no, for sure, I bet. Well, I'm glad you're finding the fun in it, though. That's sick. I can't wait to, like, chat with you like in a couple years and like hear like all that, like the expertise talk. I'm excited. I love when people talk about stuff that like they're like passionate about. It's just sick. No matter what it is. I don't care if it's like accounting. Like I don't care. It could be something that they think is the most boring thing ever, and I would just be like, if you are excited about it, the enthusiasm, no, people feed off that. I love it. What's been, if you can share, I know it's all a lot probably, but like what's been the thing that, one question, what's the thing, hell yeah, hopefully I'll have a license in 2 years, I'll likely be the high up airspace. Sick. That's so cool. Yeah, like what is something that like surprised you, I guess, about training? Like what was like a thing that you were like, oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. I don't know. Like, I guess that's kind of the question I'm trying to ask. If you can think of anything, maybe you kind of already knew about all of it. And I can give an example if you need an example. Yeah, probably. Like what how brutal weather can be for flight. Yeah, clouds and planes don't mix at all. I do respect the hell though out of like air traffic controllers and pilots like navigating between it though. Like I always thought that shit was so cool. Like cuz sometimes you just can't predict. Like some stuff just unexpectedly happens and you just have to deal with it, you know. And I just think that's so incredible that like the communication between the two to just like get this like tin can in the sky back safe is incredible. Oh yeah, yeah. I had a professor in college who was I took you have to take science no matter what your major is, and I don't see the point of it, but like that's just personally me. I came from a trade school background. I'm just like I should just be focusing on art, whatever. But I took meteorology was one of them because I was like, if I'm taking a science, at least it's one that I feel like I'm curious about. And I got more blown away by meteorology than I thought I would. But my professor used to do meteorology for, was it the Navy or Air Force? I can't remember which one. But yeah, he did it like in like the Arctic and stuff. It was crazy. Like he was like doing all this crazy stuff. It's so cool. It's so wild, like how they can like you'd never guess how good people are at weather patterns and stuff when you watch like the local weather, right? Or like you look at your app and you're like, man, this shit's always wrong. The app is the worst culprit. The app on the iPhone is the worst culprit for sure. That shit's wrong like 90% of the time. Yeah. On the other hand, it's insane how long it took us to figure out other things out. Yeah. I think of like the space race a lot. Like, and I'm just like, how long it took us to like, I don't know, like the common thing about like not using pens or whatever and using pencils instead is like, like that shit like always makes me laugh. It's like we spent so much money like trying to figure out how to use like pens in space or whatever. I don't even know if that's true, but like it's just like a good example, I guess. Microburst suddenly pancaking landing planes went on as a mystery for yeah, like squalls and stuff, like screwing up stuff. Yeah, no, those are wild, especially in like the Northeast, New England kind of area. Like you just like randomly get a snowstorm and it just like comes out of nowhere and then it just stops like 20 minutes later. Yeah, an example I've heard of like somebody doing like random training and like I have a neighbor who is a firefighter, and he was talking about all his training and stuff, and because they also get trained to be an EMT, they have to work at a hospital as like a nurse or whatever or something like that for like a couple years, do all this training. And then I talked to him, I'm like, oh, how's it going or whatever. And he's like, well, he after he became a firefighter, he's like, yeah, he's like, you don't really fight a lot of fires or anything. They're rare. It's rare it's rare now how rare fires are. Like, because he said like, because like there's so much fire safety now. He's like, everything is like much more safe and secure and things don't, you know, it's rare you have a fire. And like, it was weird because we were both chatting about like how that's a good thing, but also like he's kind of bummed out because he doesn't get to fight any fires, and he's been like, he kind of like looked forward to it in a weird way. He's like, yeah, you mostly just drive the ambulance. Like more people having like, you know, have to go to the hospital for stuff. It's just funny, like he like how grateful and disappointed. It's so funny. All right, see you later. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck with your training. Such a cool job. I just love hearing about like what people do. It's so fascinating. I think it stems from like when I was younger, I used to kind of like have a shame about like what I was doing in that moment at that time. I don't know, like even like I ended up going to community college. I was so ashamed of that for some reason. I don't really know why. I think you just kind of are taught that you're supposed to go on a specific track, so then like you feel ashamed that you didn't, or like people are disappointed that you didn't. But when you look back on it, you're like, oh no, that was like totally the right decision. And like I worked retail for so long, and I feel like, well, back to the community college aspect, it's like I always felt like I had to preface it with I went to art school, and then I dropped out because it wasn't panning out. It wasn't worth it. To justify my decision of going to community college, it was weird. Like a lot of justification, a lot of insecurity, and it didn't help. You know, it was really bad. Like that mindset. You know, like. So like when I worked at a CVS for like 8 years, and like it was a really big like transitionary period trying to find work while going to college and all this stuff. But you'd always feel like ashamed about it, you know? So you'd always have to like justify like that you weren't planning on being there for forever, you know? Like, so like you would talk about like what you're doing, like, oh, I'm a freelance artist, but I also work at CVS for now until work picks up. And it's like, why? Like why? I wish I didn't do that. I wish I had a sense of pride in what I did, because like honestly, like that job has taught me so much more than like any other like career, including what I do now. You know, like it's taught me so much about just like good customer service, treating people with respect, and but also like things I learned a lot of things from that job that I think we should not be doing as well. Like that whole adage of the customer's always right, like that's bullshit. Like that should not be a thing. That just breeds entitlement, in my opinion. Like I've had people like straight up like do a thing wrong, or like break a thing or vandalize a thing, and then somehow try to make it out to be the store's fault, like because they just have that mentality that like you have to take this 2-year-old coupon because I'm the customer. It's like, well, no, that's not the policy. You know, it shouldn't be the policy. So like that's stuff I've also learned too, and I've taken away from that too, that you can be respectful, but also you don't have to be a yes person either. And I think that was the bad thing about working at CVS, was like they wanted to breed yes people. You know, they want you to just say yes all the time to everything, and it's just it's not a good practice. So I've been kind of working on that for years, trying to like get out of that headspace, trying to get out of that like saying yes to everything, you know, is really unhealthy, and something that I've been still working on, and I still working on it literally to this day. You know, taking on too much work at once, stuff like that. It's just too hard. But I'm still dealing with it, you know. But we're improving slowly but surely every every day. Let's finish this boot so we can move up a little bit. I don't usually spend this much time on boots. Thank you all again for coming by this stream. I really appreciate it. I love doing these little art streams whenever I get a chance to. I've been playing so much Pokemon TCG Pocket, but it's finally starting to wear off. It's finally starting to feel like Marvel Snap, just because you're you built your decks or whatever. You're waiting for now you're just waiting for packs to try to like complete the set. It's fine, you know. It's weird because it's like it's noble, right? They don't want you to they want you to check the app every day, but they don't want you to be like, you know, on here playing all the time. But at the same time, it's like I kind of want to be in control of that, you know. And I think that's why I still like the Magic the Gathering arena model a little more. But yeah, no, I enjoy the hell out of playing it. I've made a few decks that are just so silly and but fun that I love. I've built what I call the Doofy Psychic deck, where it utilizes like psychic Pokemon's like abilities to like build up to just a big beefy boy that swings really hard, which I think is really fun. Like I use Hypno to put put the opponent to sleep from the bench, while I use what's her name? Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting her name again. Ralts' final evolution, I can't remember her name, to like add an energy to this guy because he costs a ton of energy and he just swings really hard. He can do like 200 damage depending on how many heads you get in your coin flip, and that's just been a lot of fun to kind of like switch up, you know, a psychic deck to basically be a fighting deck, which I think is fun. Because, you know, everyone just plays that Mewtwo meta deck, so it's just like, okay, I'm just trying to do something different. Because I have that Mewtwo deck also, and it's cool, it's sick. But man, does everybody play that deck. The new one that I think everyone plays, though, is Dragonite. There's a Dragonite meta as well that everyone plays. And Dragonite is super powerful, but very chaotic. But like, he knocks out multiple at a time. There was one time where he attacked once and he took out 3 people in a row and he just immediately won. It sucked. And I was like, oh, so bummed. But that one doesn't bother me as much as the Mewtwo deck. The Mewtwo deck bothers me because there's just, everyone has the same strategy over and over and over again. It's just so, and it doesn't take long to build up to it either. It's not like the Dragonite one, like there's a big build up. Like it takes a while to get that like you have to evolve it 3 times. You have to, sorry. Wait, what? To activate chat. What happened? I just got a notification about something. That was weird. I don't know what just happened there. I don't know. Everything's been kind of weird. Like, Photoshop's been acting really weird. And I'm wondering if it has something to do with my OS being still Windows 10. I haven't upgraded to Windows 11 yet. I don't know. I was waiting to do end of life on Windows 10 to upgrade. It's looking pretty good so far. Now let's zoom out to the whole thing. Yeah, it's coming together. We made a lot more progress than it looked initially, so that's good. Kind of working my way up this like left side here, but I do gotta paint those books too. We're getting somewhere for sure. Just kind of going through slowly, tightening everything up, finishing section by section. You know, just kind of go slow. That's just how I do it, at least. Ethan, finish your sim training, fun stuff. Welcome to the stream. Sim training. Was it nursing you said you were doing? Like you're talking about the sim man, right? That you do nurse practicing on? Those things are weird, man. Just like a dude laying there. I remember I had to sit in on some sim training when I was taking photos. I worked for the marketing department for a college years back, and I had to take photos for them for that program. Oh, okay. Jeez. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for clarifying, Ethan. Just switch to YouTube. Oh man, thank you so much for clarifying. I couldn't remember because there was two people that were like in training, and I was like, I couldn't remember if Burt Back was a different person or not. Thank you for clarifying. That's it. That was quick. You left like what, like half hour ago or whatever? That was fast. Because I thought there was another person that was training for like nursing or something like that. That chats in here sometimes. I can't remember who it was now. Very cool. So do you have like a faux console or whatever that you like simulate the controls on? Or please tell me you like built one out of like cardboard or some shit. Please. He's like, I built one out of Legos, actually. That'd be rad, though. Ethan on YouTube says, actually, the actual runs are usually 45 minutes. Only so many instructors to help run them, so we usually only get 2 a day. Yep, with voice recognition. Sick. That's rad. And you said you're doing this for 2 years? That'll go by quick. Very high-tech Legos, for sure. Dude, you'd be surprised. They make some pretty gnarly ones now. They have a Mario one that's like plays the first level of like the original Mario video game on it and stuff. It's like a little like mini TV. It looks like a tube TV. Yeah, luckily paid training. Yeah. That's good at least. I remember doing a free internship out of college. I wasn't in college anymore. I remember doing an internship for free just so I could have experience on my resume. It sucked. I liked the internship, but it just like was such a bummer. Like I was just like, man, like it would be nice to like get paid to do this work. And you know, I went through a time where I was just really desperate to try to find work. So I was just trying to take any opportunity I could to get experience or with hopes of maybe it turning into a job. It was rough. Did not like it. I don't recommend it for anyone. You know, man, you're young, you're desperate, you gotta get out there. You know, it sucks. It's hard to I always hated that, like, oh, we're really interested in your work, but we just wish you had more experience. It's like, well, how the hell do I get more experience? You gotta hire me. Yeah, no, a capitalistic greed, for sure. Can't even pay people minimum wage to, like, work. Here's a great one, right? Here's a great capitalist loophole. So, like, I used to work at a grocery store. I'm not going to say the name of the grocery store. Cheap viewers on Prime Viewers Online. Whoa, thank you so much for the spam. Oh, I'm getting attacked here. Just add everyone to block list. Woo! Just keep getting them, huh? Wow. I hope I didn't accidentally block you, Ethan. I didn't. Okay. Sorry, I got like 3 or 4 spam chat things immediately right away. I did block all of them. So hopefully I didn't accidentally block you. But yeah. Yeah, so I used to work at a grocery store. I won't say the name. But back then they would, instead of having people full-time or even part-time working 25 hours a week or whatever, full shifts, what they would do was they would hire you for part-time, like 15 hours a week, right? But they'd have you work 6 days a week for 3 hours a day. Because it by law, you'd have to work, if you work 6 hours or more, you have to get a paid lunch break. And they wanted to avoid that. So they would have you work 3 hours, so you only got a 15-minute break that's unpaid. And you didn't have to get the paid lunch break. And then you didn't have to get benefits because you weren't working full time, but you were working every damn day of the week. So yeah. Blocked for speaking out against the USA. Did I block you? I didn't mean to. I hope I didn't. I'm all for speaking out against it. But yeah, no, it was terrible. I remember being like, this really sucks. And I remember I went to another grocery store just for the fact that they like gave me a little more respect. It was wild. And I didn't have to work at the cash register, which I hated. Like I was a bagger. Like I would like bag stuff for people back when that was like a thing. It's not really a thing anymore. It's more like you're a cashier, but you can bag if it's quiet, kind of thing. You know, I don't miss that. My hope with like the board games and stuff that I'm making is like I'm gonna try to put them on Kickstarter to get them funded to like pay for the manufacturing and stuff, obviously. But there's like a game I'm working on called Pages of Fate, which is like a tabletop adventure game that's been kind of in the works for a long time. But I'm kind of hoping to like use that to like use the funding of that game to pay artists and writers to like get like it finished, you know, completely done, because it's a beefier game than like Rune Rally, which is something I'm able to do all myself. But yeah, I would like to like, you know, give people a good pay for like their work. But yeah, no, I unpaid internships are true greed wrapped in a false promise of, oh well we might hire you, you know, maybe, but like probably not. And I've had people that are like in support of them that are like, oh yeah, you know, like I think I have no problem with it. I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, I have no problem with people learning and working as like a student or whatever too, but like, you can't give me a reason why they can't be paid. Like, there's no reason why if you say it's for exposure or experience or whatever, that's bullshit. Like, you can still pay those people and still give them the same thing. And I find that if you pay somebody, you innately respect them more. Like, it's just like you won't treat interns so carelessly if you actually pay them, because it's your money you're wasting, you know? You want them to actually do something good. So it motivates you as the boss and motivates them as the employee. You're not just having them get coffee the whole time or whatever the hell. All right. I gotta wrap up here. I gotta get some orders done. I wish I could keep chatting because I like going on tangents. Ethan, thanks for checking out the stream and chatting for a bit, and welcome back. Thank you everyone else for checking out the stream, and I hope you all come back next time. I'm gonna try to do tomorrow. I kind of want to play Magic the Gathering tomorrow. I think I might just do that, like a chill pre-break stream. So yeah, maybe we'll do that. Same time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time till about 11. Thank you all for coming by, and yeah, be good to one another, and we'll see you again soon. Later.